It is looking so beautiful. Look at that. OMG, just the sight of the ocean. How lucky are we to have the beautiful view of the sea right outside our doorstep. And I feel so lucky to be able to share this beautiful day with you. Hello and welcome to Tala Talks, where I share my everyday thoughts and everyday experiences. And not just the view of the ocean, we are greeted with all these beautiful flowers around us. There's yellow, there are reds, and my very favorite, I hope they're still blooming. They've always been blooming. Let me flip the camera around so you can see this much better. Wow, have you ever seen such beautiful colors in a flower? Oh, I think this one has been eaten, but look at that. Oh, wow. If I can make a dress out of those flowers or colors, I would. But in today's video, I'm gonna share with you 4 of my favorite budgeted activities. And you know your girl, I'm always traveling on a budget. I want to see how far our money can go with a couple of these activities. So without further ado, here are my top 4 favorite budgeted activities. We're really blessed to have this ocean view. So let's go outside. I feel like we're about to enter into the paradise. Ooh, pull, not push. Wow! And the birds are always there swarming around the tree. I think it's trying to protect its home. Do you see them? Ooh. Yeah, these are the birds that always seem to go around me. See, there's one. At the moment, there's a lot of them actually. And I'm pretty sure they aren't bats. They do tend to look like bats because they're black. But yep, it's just part of the fun when you are out and enjoying the view. You have these birds that are just swimming by your face. Not swimming, but flying by your face. Oh, a very close one. Now this is so cool. Check out that guy. He is holding a fish that I'm pretty sure he just caught. Wow, that's so cool. Wow, what kind of fish is that? Look at that, so magical. Just some guys swimming and fishing for their next meal. They are all geared up. That is so amazing. So I don't know if you see the cows over there or the calabaos. They are chilling by the beach, and I've got the view of some expert fishermen or fisher boys. I'm assuming that's their father, and those are the kids. Our agenda for this afternoon or morning, what time is it? I have lost track, is to find a very nice place where to sit, and I can tell you all about my favorite activities. But I gotta show you, beware of calabao or cow dung. It all looks very tempting to just sit down, but watch out for these guys. We don't want to sit on that, and there's many more there. At the moment, I think we're safe here. We can enjoy some fellows over there trying to fish and more fishermen there. So just a little background about my life. I've been traveling for the past close to 6 years, and the reason why I'm always on a budget, I mean, who isn't, right? I don't have all the money in the world, so each and every move that I take is super crucial to making sure that I have enough money to feed myself, to put a roof over my head. Currently, I am traveling solo, and so this video is more on like, what is my day-to-day life like? It's more of like a day in a life storytelling. And as I'm telling you the stories, there's gonna be black birds flying around us. I do wish I knew what the names of those birds are. They look like swallows, I'm not sure. But the first budgeted activity that I have, and you might think that this is unbelievable, because sometimes when you pay for yoga memberships, especially if you are coming from the city, they can be very expensive. And believe me, this is the cheapest that I've ever found in my entire life. The first activity that I have is a 1-month membership with Anahaw over here at Darwin in Negros, Oriental. Now, if you plan to come here, you just land in Dumaguete. You can land here from Manila or from Cebu. via airplane. You can also sail using a ferry, which might be cheaper depending on when you book your itineraries. But believe it or not, I paid 1,500 Filipino peso for 1 month's membership. And that comes out to around 48 Filipino peso per day. And in US dollar per day, that is less than $1 per day. I'm not even kidding. If you don't believe me, you can check out their Instagram or their Facebook. They're very responsive as well, so feel free to message them and inquire, because the people behind Anahaw are very friendly and the service is excellent. Now, originally it really is 2,000 pesos per month, but still that is super cheap. And the reason why I have a 500 peso discount is because I carry with me a PWD ID, which stands for person with disability. I've knackered my back. I have the x-rays to prove it. I'm missing a couple of discs on my spine, which looks very, very scary to look at. But nevertheless, that's why I'm doing my best to build a lot of muscle in my torso area so that I can support the spine. I was gonna say body and spine, this body, the spine. And they do give discounts to PWDs and senior citizens. So if that's not budgeted, I don't know what else is. So check that out if you are interested in getting healthier, not just physically, but for the mind and spirit as well. It's quite cool. Like everywhere I look, there's so much magic happening around. Aside from a couple of karabaos behind us, I'm gonna flip the camera so you can see exactly what I'm seeing, but I am surrounded by magic and lots of good vibes around this nature area. It's incredible, even the trees and the birds. It's so beautiful here. So to our left, I just noticed there's another beautiful carabao there. I don't know if they're related, but behind us you've got those kiddos over there. And to our right, there's another Mr. Cow over there chilling out. And right behind us are more guys, I suppose, trying to learn how to fish better. I do see them with some fishing material. That's really so awesome. I do wish I had a clue on what kind of fish they're looking for, especially the guy to our left. He just looks like he's hovering over some shallow shores. But I don't know if they're trying to catch shrimp or crab, or I just see a lot of people fishing here. And when I say fishing, I actually see fish in their hands. So I'm very tempted to go near them and ask what kind of fish that is. I do have to say that I speak Tagalog and the language here is Bisaya. So a lot of the times when they tell me what kind of fish they have, it's in Bisaya, and that doesn't translate to obviously Tagalog, and I have no idea. And when I try to ask them what that is in Tagalog, they actually tell it to me in English. So that's another good thing if you plan to go around the Philippines on a budget like your girl. Don't be intimidated to interact with the locals, because most likely they will be able to speak to you in English or respond to you in English. And yeah, you don't have to learn Filipino, Tagalog or Bisaya, but it will make a big difference if you know a couple of words, just to make them feel more comfortable and less intimidated with your English language as well. It's a great way to break the barrier. It's a great way to make instant friends. Filipinos really do their best in accommodating each and every person, not just Filipinos, but especially foreigners. Yeah, so the next on my list, actually, I'm trying to remember, what did I put on my list? As much as I love this view, I'm gonna be flashing some videos here, if not probably the whole screen. The next on my list is just OMG. So 2 nights in a row, I had to go back to this place called Dive Camp. And from the name itself, dive, obviously it's a dive center, but you don't have to go diving. In fact, when you visit the place, it is super I don't know how to describe it. It's just eat, pray, love kind of vibes. You almost feel like you got lost in this beautiful hidden gem. There's so many coconut trees above you. There's so much shade. There's so much edible plantation around, like banana trees, papaya trees. There's just a plethora of different plant species, but and even the accommodations there, it's like an A-frame or like a teepee, but it's very bamboo. I mean, all the material, most of the material that they use is all native material, so they really are on the sustainable side, which I really love. It looks very, very good, but it's also very grounding and down to earth in terms of the designs. There's a lot of beautiful bamboo detail. But I really, really love the restaurant there. It's called Omas, O-M-U-S. And I'm very hesitant to say that it's vegan because for me, that's not the goal. Although I do know a lot of people who make it their goal to eat all plant-based, but beyond that, it's so delicious. OMG, the food is just, I've never tried vegan food that has so much flavor. And when I say flavor, like the first time you put it in your mouth, it just bursts of sweet, salty, umami, savory. It's just a lot of goodness in your mouth that it's just incredible. It's magic. It's fireworks in your mouth, and I'm actually salivating while talking about it. One of my favorite there is the smoked tofu, and they also have this Parmesan cheese, but it's obviously not made from dairy products, but it tastes exactly like Parmesan cheese. It's ridiculous. They call it Parmesan. It is so good. So and the reason why I'm adding it to this video is because despite it being vegan, and usually there's an impression where vegan food is expensive, in this case it's super, super, super affordable. Imagine getting a huge block of tofu like this big for 155 Filipino peso. That's probably around $3 US, just $3 US, and you get like this legit block of deliciousness. And it's great for tapas, it's great for pika pika. My mouth is really salivating. This is not a good topic to talk about. I'm getting really hungry, and I just noticed right now there's a Coke bottle there. I really should pick that up. I'm not sure what's inside. It looks very yellow. I'm not even sure if it's trash, but there is a bunch of trash issue here at the moment. I got distracted, but going back to Omas, it is one thing that you should definitely check out, especially if you are planning to travel to the Philippines. I've tried a lot of vegan restaurants, and for me personally, this is the best vegan restaurant that I've tried, not just in the Philippines, but in the countries that I visited outside the Philippines, like South Africa, the US. I've tried a couple of vegan restaurants, and I wouldn't say they're about salads. You know, you can order a night market chicken, Mexican inspired dish, and it tastes like legit chicken, but I don't know how the chef Dana is able to do such incredible wizardry in the kitchen, but it is just a burst of flavor. I just, you know, talking about it with you in this video will never do justice until you actually pop one of her dishes in your mouth. You have to try Omas. It's very affordable, it's very budget friendly, and you will leave feeling really satisfied and very full, but at the same time you'll be glad to know that what you ate is actually healthy. Oh, I actually got really hungry there, I kid you not. But that's another budget place that I love visiting. I visited 2 days straight in a row. I'm giving it a break today so that I can make this video for you, because the moment I actually go there, I end up not leaving. And so I know if I go there now, I'm just gonna end up staying there the whole day. It's a lot of good vibes there. The energy is really positive. The hosts, Dana and Emily, they are just a ball of positive energy and love, and you will really feel welcome there. And the good thing is, if you don't fancy socializing, you can always just hang around by their bean bags. There's also like a lounge area there where you can just seclude yourself and nobody will judge you. It's a nice safe space, and you are gonna be one with nature without having to break the bank. So check out Dive Camp and Omas. I love it there, and you will definitely not hurt your wallet going there. It's super budget friendly and super delicious food. I super vouch for them. I love them. I'm gonna be real with you like I always have been, but when I'm on a budget and I think about activities to do, I know that every move that I make will cost money. So each and every time I decide to, let's say, go to Dumaguete, to the city, or if I want to go to Valencia, it's gonna be quite a ride on my scooter, and so I'm consuming fuel. And I always try to think, what can I do that I will really enjoy, but at the same time not have to consume so much. Wow, did the camera catch that? The bird just blew between the camera and my face. It's trying to make friends or trying to like spook me away because I think this is their home. But I'm gonna go straight to the point, and I love to lounge in my accommodation, which is just right in front of us. Let me just flip the camera so you can see. And voila, I'm gonna zoom in. There are many accommodations there. I absolutely love where we're staying at the moment. If you want to know more details about where I'm staying, check out that video where I give you a full tour of my room and the rest of the place, but it's super budgeted. It's 12,000 per month if you plan to get the AC. I don't know if that's the same bird, just hovers super near. And it's 9,000 Filipino peso for the fan room. And don't worry if you don't fancy the fan, because they use a lot of native material which actually insulates the place inside. It keeps it nice and cool. But you know me, I tend to sweat a lot, and I do like the comforts of the AC. We are in a tropical country, it can get warm, and so I do like to lounge around sometimes in the AC room, and just to help the landlord, who has been nothing but super lovable and friendly and warm. I don't abuse the fact that it's super cheap. Whenever it's nice and cool outside like today, I turn off the AC, I just leave the fan on, because I know even if they're charging me a very small price, they are still gonna pay for electric bills. And yeah, given the chance, I just like to lounge around in my room. I make a cup of joe or a cup of coffee. I enjoy conceptualizing the next ideas for these videos. I also like to, what else do I do? Oh, I've been watching the Met Gala recently. I don't know why, but my background is in fashion. I used to have a garments factory that's long gone. But you will never take that out of me, the design aspect. I love looking at designs. I love looking at clothing, or you know, for me, there's a lot of non-sustainability in the fashion world, so I only like to look at it for the design aspect. Sorry, there's a fly there. But yeah, so I just like to spend time in the room if I'm not out and socializing. I feel like a lot of my life is very extreme. So I'll go out, I'll say hi to friends, and then eventually I will go on a, what do you call it, like hermit mode. I will hide in the room for maybe a day or half a day, and then I'm like, okay, let's see the world, let's go out again. So definitely bursts of extrovertness and introvertness. So there's no such thing as being an introvert or extrovert. I do feel personally, and that's just my perspective, is you have a little bit of all the worlds in one person, depending on your mood. So introvert, ambivert, and extrovert. Yeah, I got all of that in me. But yeah, I like to hang around there, lounge around. I bought a Kindle, I've never read it. But yeah, it's very budgeted. I don't spend much. It's already included in my rental. So word of advice, and this is just coming from me, if you are on a budget, do pick a place where you feel like you can make it your home and you don't always feel the need to leave, because each and every time you leave, you are spending money, whether you like it or not. Not unless you're walking on your feet, but you still need to drink water, I'm sure, which you have to source, which might require money, not unless you're just getting it from the tap. But pick a place where you're nice and comfy. Super excited for this next one. And this only happens on a Sunday. Whoa, look at that gray cloud. It's so gray. But you know, don't let that dampen your spirit. It's such a beautiful, nice, cool day. I feel like our time together will come to a limit because those clouds might be carrying some rain. So after this next one, I'm gonna end the video. I could or could not add a yoga sesh because I do yoga every day, which I'll be doing shortly after this. But the next one is I forgot. Now I remember. The next one is visiting the Valencia market every Sundays, and it's over at Valencia, just a few kilometers from here. I'm trying to remember exactly how many kilometers. Maybe it's about 16 kilometers. In Google Maps, it's supposed to be around 20-minute motorbike ride, but because I'm always safe and I like to ride not super slow but not fast as well, it takes me about 30 to 40 minutes to get there. And you will see so many people. Yeah, I feel like the whole Negros is there. It's incredible with the kinds of food that they offer. They have vegetables, fruits, they have burgers. There's just a lot that you can buy, and depending on your budget, sometimes you can go over budget there. Especially with myself, I was craving for a very delicious burger. And I know I did mention Omas, which is a vegan restaurant, but I'm really not vegan. So at this point, yeah, there's so many options there. You have Korean, Spanish, you've got obviously Filipino, you've got European. They've got amazing sourdough breads there. The coffee there is very delicious as well. There's just so much different types of food to get. And I was able to get some pineapple for 50 pesos, and I brought my lock and lock, and the portions were huge. So for 50 pesos, Filipino peso or $1, my pineapple lasted me about 3 to 4 days because the portions were plenty. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end the video here. I hope all the information that I've shared with you has inspired you to visit this place. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or message me on Instagram. You can follow me as well if you want to. I post a lot of my adventures there. But with that, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm sending so much positive, good vibes and love through the screen. I hope you are receiving it, and I'll see you soon on the next video. Ciao for now!